What's making you feel a bit depressed right now? Can't seem to stay disciplined enough to keep doing anything. I can relate to this. Sometimes I will get on a roll with things and then just sort of crash or get distracted. Then I am hard on myself, and it takes a while to get started again. I'll do that too. I'll be great for 2 weeks with working life, and then out of nowhere I'll be sad and things don't really play out too well at all. It just seems like that is normal human behavior though. Can't always be happy, I think. Don't even get sad anymore, just always feel empty. I feel you got to change things up somehow. Are you familiar with the website Meetup? I can't seem to be able to talk to anyone about anything. Being ghosted so hard even Pac-Man wouldn't eat me. You're funny. Anyone who would let that go is a dumbass. Thanks, and you'd be surprised how small my social circle got over the years. I'm lonely. I have been pretty lonely as well. I know the feeling, and I am even around others quite often. I think for me it is more feeling understood and comforted. Though it feels like you're alone and things are hopeless, I assure you that at the very least you are not alone in what you feel. And I believe that we can get through this. Hey, you two should kiss. I sacrificed a lot of self-respect for a guy who doesn't give a shit about me. And even knowing that, I still can't bring myself to walk away from Hi Monsieur. What do you think it is that keeps you on his trail? She has no legs. Now I drive both to and from work in the dark. No sunlight for me, sad face. Have you ever tried one of those mood lamps? I have one, and if you close your eyes and sit in front of it, you can get a pretty good boost. Tanning also seems to have this effect on me. Does that actually help? I've been thinking of getting one for my desk. There's a girl a year younger than me dead set on doing everything in her power to turn everyone against me. I've done nothing to her, but her crush liked me instead of her, and I rejected Hi Monsieur. Now all she does is go around telling people I'm a cold-hearted, conniving, evil little bitch. She literally hates me with her whole being, and I have no idea why. High school, am I right? She's insecure and only feels powerful when she is attempting to bring you down. Let her play her little game and say what she says, and before you know it she'll be on to her next target. Until one day she realizes it was her that needed to change. People like that don't change until it's then that's the target. I'm bipolar and currently going through a depressive episode. On top of that I am having relationship problems. I'm sticking to my medicine schedule and trying to stay as positive as possible though. Medicine is key. Bipolar 1 here, 4 years stable on Latuda. Take care of yourself. Be kind and loving to yourself. I'm a woman in my late 20s. I used to have long, thick, dark hair that was the envy of everyone. Could have done some shampoo commercials. Now I'm losing my hair. In the past year I lost more than half of the hair on my head, and it's getting thinner and thinner every day. I think it's genetic and probably irreversible. Thinking about going through the rest of my life being bald just makes me depressed as fuck. I can't help thinking how I'm cursed with the worst genes from both sides of the family. I have a bunch of other issues I have made my peace with, but my hair was what I liked most about myself physically. It was my crowning glory, and now well, I just don't if I'm interested to carry on living, cause I know my life just won't be the same. Get a full thyroid panel. Your doc may only do the thyroid light blood work, but insist on the full one. My Hashimoto's didn't show on a regular screening, but it was found too late. I lost a lot of hair before going on thyroid meds. Same. Got to get the full thyroid panel. My hair grew back once I started the meds. My grandma died 2 days ago. I'm so sorry for your loss. Grandmas are amazing. I'm sure she loved you very much and knew how much you loved her. Things will never be the same without her, but she'll always be in your heart. I need $2,000 of dental work done, including removing infected teeth that I can't afford. Even with dental insurance, I can't afford the co-pays, and it makes me want to break down and cry. I feel your pain. Financial insecurity and the hopelessness that comes along with that is something that I can really relate to. Hoping some miracles come your way sooner than later. I think sometimes that is all we can hope for. I've never been kissed, and I'm 21, and I know it's not a big deal. But it just feels like I'm not desirable and I don't know what to do about it. I'm 20, never been kissed or been in a relationship. It's not the end of the world. It's not. But it takes a toll on you when the supposedly happiest side of life is something you only ever wished for, while it seems just completely normal and mundane for everyone else. I want to, pretty much making me feel depressed. More depressed than normal. Everywhere fucking hurts, and I can't sleep. Did something happen recently, or is it just a general feeling of despair and or hopelessness? That my sister's new boyfriend is an abuser. She left her children's father because he was super abusive and controlling. She found a new man. I met him and we all went out a few times. He came off very nice, respectful, traditional and stable. I'm usually quick to pick up any bad vibes from people, but from him I didn't get much. She did make a comment that he's dated a lot, which I could only assume he's gone through a lot of women. She texted me earlier today that he put hands on her last night. I'm depressed because I want the best for her and I guess I thought he seemed like a good dude. Hey, I'm a DA specialist. Don't feel bad about not picking up on it. Abusers are very charming people. They're renowned for getting professionals on side. Judging by "he dated a lot" comment, he has done this many times, so his confidence on getting the power and control would have got bigger each time. In reality, would your sister have listened? I told my best friend I could see her ex was abusive. She dismissed me. She has since said she should have listened and appreciated that I didn't keep on, just kept an eye on the situation and ensured her and her children's safety. People don't want to believe they're in that situation. Society tells us only stupid people fall for it. That's far from the truth. I hope your sister is okay and also hope you are okay. Please feel free to DM me if you need any advice. A fact that my friends don't actually need me. I have 2 friends and they're always chill with one another, but I'm sort of the third wheel. It's sad that I lose my friends just so easily. This may not apply to your situation, but it has been hard for me to stay connected with my friends. And good advice I got was that I need to start taking initiative. I need to plan events, trips, concerts, game nights, etc. and invite my friends, rather than depending on them to invite me to their thing. I invited, it's easier said than done, but you gotta start somehow. That every single day I passed by a classroom where a kid died and 8 people were hurt, and I just have to keep moving on with my life and try to not think about it at all. The miserable existence I've willingly allowed to become my life future was in a bicycle accident 2 weeks ago where I knocked myself out and permanently scarred my face. Left me with bruises everywhere and a repair bill, which led me to getting insured on my girlfriend's car so I didn't have to cycle 10 miles to and from work every day. Which resulted in being in a car accident only 2 days into the insurance writing off the car and causing lots of stress and anxiety. My radiator has broken off the wall and is another expense that I'm going to have to deal with, as well as still having to redecorate, DIY a lot of the rest of the place, plus PC is playing up and I can't afford to replace it as I currently don't have a lot of money in my savings anymore because of recent events, plus Christmas and birthdays coming up. I just feel like the world is out to get me. I have a couple of friends and I feel like I let down far too often. I haven't seen my family in over a year. Work is stressing me out and I just don't feel as happy as I could be. Seems so insignificant when I write it down, but it's just been bothering me. Not insignificant. It's relatable, and there is hope even though you may not see it now. Sometimes the best we can do is just focus on the minor things we can change in 24 hours. and then get up the next day and do the same. Eventually, it adds up. Progress, not perfection. Some mental and physical problems in body. I literally walked away from a much-needed job. I hear you. That sort of uncertainty can be real uncomfortable. But hopefully you will see that this all has happened for the best. Sooner than later. I was going to say that I feel really alone and burdensome. I'm reading all of this and thinking that maybe I'm not really alone. I could post a cute picture of a Halloween decoration or Simpsons something and 50 strangers would support it. I'm fixated on being single again and feeling like a failure because at 32 I am living alone again. Looking for love again and struggling again. I am still sad, but I'm not alone. For all of you feeling alone, you're not. You're here, and as long as you're here to share, there are people here, including myself, who are with you. I'm less sad now. Thank you for sharing all of this. That my 7-year-old son is not biologically mine. My ex cheated and I did not know. From the words of Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy, he may be your father, boy, but he sure in hell ain't your daddy. If you raise him, feed him, there for him when he needs your help, you are the real father. I'm a pathetic piece of shit loser. It feels like a majority of humans are selfish and capable of evil. Also, all of my sports teams suck and make me even more miserable.